And what is going on, everybody? Oh man, it is a heck of a time to be a wrestling fan. Welcome back to Not Safe for Wrestling podcast. We are here on April 16th. My name is Fatal Blades, and of course, with me as always, Obi 1x2. What's going on, homie?
It's the X2, not X1.
Okay, I'm
X2.
so not a functioning person today, but I'm working on it, guys. Like, I'm gonna be cutting some Psycho Sid style promo here today, so bear with me, everybody.
Wait, let me start over. No, we're live. He's fuck. I remember that promo, dude.
If I had half the braids you had, I mean.
Wait, let me start over.
Damn it.
We're live.
Your t-shirts are too tight, Billy.
Yes, we are live, guys, and we're in full effect. We're ready to do this. You guys haven't been watching wrestling, shame on you.
Oh.
Just because. I mean, literally, shame on you. Because you know what? Every single person can watch wrestling, as much wrestling as they want. Fatal, how much is it again?
But how would they do that? Could it possibly be the WWE Network for just
what is it?
$9.99?
Exactly, $9.99. Sternberg, what's going on, dude? Welcome to NSFW, where we are hashing it out all day long, wrestling all day long.
Now, real quick, before we go a little, too much farther, I think we should introduce our special guest kind of for today.
I think he's kind of more of a rotating host.
Yeah, I mean,
like he's here one week and then maybe not the next. You know,
a wild Fortengard appears, though, folks. A wild Fortengard.
Sometimes he just sweeps, sometimes he's drunk, then he's throwing up, then he doesn't know what he's doing, but now he's back. The cerebral shit poster is live back at ya, motherfuckers. Yeah.
It's Sternberg.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Sternberg says in chat, Fatal, where you been, man? You don't call, you don't write. Sad face. Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. I have probably 7 different ways of getting a hold of this man, and I can't even get a hold of him.
Yeah, I have not seen Stebber in so long. Oh, man. How's it going,
Sternberg,
homie?
Stebber.
Stebber. It's Stebber.
I can never pronounce his name. I get it wrong every time.
Oh man, I used to hang out and talk with Stebber. We used to watch the Spartan show together, all sorts of stuff. Played some games. Stebber's a cool dude. I really got to focus. Oh my god, my brain not working. Either way, what up, Stebber? Sorry, I know I don't call, I don't write, I don't keep in contact. What can you say? I'm like WWE creative. I'm just out of the loop.
Yeah, dude, the best place to find Fatal Blades, Stebber, is get Xbox Live, and he'll type his name in chat here so you can find him if you're on Xbox. Other than that, try to get a hold of me, and I can find him. But
yeah.
Man, definitely get on TeamSpeak whenever you'd like to. It's available to all, and I think I did that wrong. I did. There you go. But, yeah, IQ Freak Show. It's Freak Show. You got to have the K between the A and the S.
Oh, my God, you do. You also have to have a space. I am low functioning today.
Dude, I've had people, there's been people all over, we've been talking about it on Horseplay Live a lot. Back when the Sunday Dose was about, I hate bringing up bad news. I hate when back when Sunday Dose was about, we talked about consoles quite a bit. Everybody's that I know is playing an Xbox. I mean, you can ask Fatal. Everything, my setup right here is basically because of him. What I just ordered yesterday is because of him. Like, I play Xbox to play with Fatal Blades, basically.
It's all about where your friends are, man.
Dude,
friends drive the social gaming experience.
I just want to say I'm getting really good at COD.
That happens when you play with some really good players, rubs off on you.
Dude, like, no, I went into a TDM. This is the last thing. We'll get back to wrestling right now, guys, but I did a TDM here right when I got home. Hadn't warmed up or nothing. First TDM out the gate, 24-3.
Nice.
Second TDM out the gate, 36-13.
Well, hey Stebber, next time you talk to Mike, pass along my my gamer tag, like actually spelled right, and tell him to hit me up, man. I'd love to talk to him as well as you if you pick one up, man.
Oh hell yeah! Tell him, give him mine too. Mine's Obi-Wan-X2.
Segue though. Speaking of, you know, I got that 2K16 on there, and we're back to wrestling. What up? Okay.
I think that is a game that we're gonna be doing some here. I'm gonna get it eventually. I promise. I'll probably get it here in the next couple of days with you. But we're gonna be pounding out some matches. I believe we're gonna be doing some other stuff. You know, like the Royal Rumbles already. But you know, as the pay-per-views go, we'll be actually doing these events and making our own videos on the side with it. So it'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you can see from our awesome over wording stuff there, we will be talking today. We're going to start on the power rankings. We did this kind of last show, talked about where the WWE was ranking people in the power rankings, and we're going to just kind of go over the power rankings a little bit, maybe go a little more in depth on some people, ignore others, you know. But
yeah.
I think we need to go into that.
Prepare for the power rankings. The power, the mega power, is going straight into your butthole. Or something. No.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Very quickly.
Oh, I can go faster.
What did I tell you about taking your medication, sir?
Maybe we're looking at different
I'm
power
like
rankings.
Super straight edge. No drugs for me. I'm on a natural high.
I don't know if it's drugs you're taking or drugs you need to be taking, but we need to have a discussion.
Now, you're not my supervisor.
Of course
You're not my supervisor. This is important. We need to draw the line.
And guys, we started with this last show, and people actually said, hey, make sure you guys do more power rankings. They liked it. So we're bringing it back, guys. I'm just trying to keep us on track, Fatal. I know you're tired.
You're good.
But we're bringing it back, guys. We're going to start off the show with the power rankings. Now, there are some, anything that we say during the show, guys, we just want to make sure this is our opinion. This is what we think about it. In any way, shape, or form, I mean, if you have your own opinion, please let us know. Yeah. If you do have your own opinion, you can voicemail us or you can send a text message to number 646-801-2149. Remember, text message or voicemail 646-801-2149, and we'll actually get those and we'll read those on the next show. Now, power rankings.
Power rankings.
Power rankings at number 20, guys. We're coming in right off the gate, Zack Ryder.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know it. The one thing I want to say real quick, I know we're going to have about 30 seconds per power ranking a piece. So the one thing that I want to say about Zack Ryder, guy's been in the business for 15 plus years, all right? He's in the WWE, I'm sorry, for 10 plus. And he's been grinding. He's been all the way up to world champion, to U.S. champion, down to NXT, tag teaming with Mojo Riley in NXT, and then coming back to the, you know, he's always been on the main roster, but he's flipping, trying to give somebody else a push, a young guy a push up to the bigs. Comes back.
Don't forget Cena buried him.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the wheelchair.
He's gone through so many ups and downs. He's always been in there. He's always been a team player.
Definitely.
And they've always shoved him down.
Well, I'm really glad, like I said, the last thing, I'm really glad that they actually are giving him a push. And he's got the championship right now. I mean, he's got the title. Fatal.
Does he right? I thought he lost it.
Did he lose it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, he lost it to Miz. I forgot.
Yeah, they gave it to him at Mania. They gave him the big Wrestlemania moment. And the next night on Raw, the Miz comes out and John Cena's his ass.
So do you think he's going to win it back?
I think he has to. I think they have to give Zack Ryder the damn title. Like, he deserves it.
Right.
He really does. He's done so much. The fans are dying for it. We've been wanting to see a Zack Ryder push more than we've wanted to see half of these gimmicky crapshoots they've shoved down our throats. You know, people wanted to see Zack Ryder get over on John Cena, but 5 Moves of Doom, Big Show John, Big Barry John, is fucking kind of just killed that.
Yeah,
And now that he's coming back, I think they need to give him the push. I think they need to put the strap back on him. I hope they do. I hope they don't fuck up and give it to the Miz, because no one wants to see the Miz versus like KO or any of that shit. We want to see Zack Ryder. We want to see him triumph. We want to see him be successful.
True. We do.
You know, he's
Fort,
earned it.
what about you?
The thing is, I completely agree that in a sane WWE that actually had good long-term plans and actually looked out for its players, yes, he really shouldn't have lost that title on Raw. He just should have still had the title and just be running with it and make that thing great again. But at the same time, you say, like, yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it, but with the stupidity of the booking, I don't know, like, I don't feel, like, secure enough in the sanctity of the IC title.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Coming in at number 19, Sami Zayn. The only thing I got to say, about fucking time. That's it. I'm serious. I mean, he's been working, and then KO, freaking douchebag, takes him out in NXT, destroys his shoulder. I mean, really, Sami Zayn needs to freaking kill. I mean, not literally kill him, but you know what I mean? He needs to demolish Kevin Owens.
I mean, this is a guaranteed goldmine rivalry. 100%. These guys have been fighting this match. Like, this was one of those matches that was huge forever. You know, when you look back at classic matches that went around the indies, that went around Ring of Honor, I mean, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens is a tale as old as time, and they always perform. This match has been good enough that people have seen it probably 50 times. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan and you follow the indies, you've probably seen this match at least 10 times, easy. Say you skip shows, you don't watch certain brands, you've seen this match at least 10 times. And it never disappoints. So seeing Sami Zayn come up, getting in a feud with Kevin Owens, they're just going to bring each other up higher. They're going to have a classic, a barn burner that's going to pull them both up higher, give them both more credibility. You know, probably give KO that true heel heat that he needs. Of course, Sami Zayn, my favorite rude boy. You know, he's got the skanking and the plaid. It's so good. I want to see him succeed. Now, I worry because Sami Zayn ain't the biggest guy, and he's got this pseudo punk rocky image. We all know what happened last time.
Got his ass kicked.
Well, no, like, look at CM Punk. I hope they utilize Sami Zayn. I hope they push Zayn.
Yeah.
It's another one of the Sami Zayn and Zack Ryder being 20 and 19 kind of tell you everything. Like, these are guys who have been around for a good while and probably, to me, would deserve to be higher on these rankings. But I digress.
Well,
how about you, Fort?
When you see the rest of the rankings, you're gonna know why they're down there.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, Sami Zayn. Well, yeah, this should probably be the summertime program, like a session of different great matches leading on to SummerSlam where they collide, him and KO, and it's probably going to be what the Cena matches were for last summer. Like, this is going to be the thing that you're going to watch, and it's going to be like, wow.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
And
I mean, they need something strong for the summer. These guys can deliver. I mean, KO already delivered once.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt that any one of these superstars can deliver at any one pay-per-view that you need them to. Coming in at number 18, the first female on the board, Emma. First thing I want to say about Emma, holy cow. From that kind of face to a full-blown heel. Especially teaming up with down in NXT, teaming up with what the hell's her name? Miss Bodybuilder. Fatal.
Dana
Dana White.
No, that's
What the fuck? That's the UFC guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't remember her name. But anyway, the thing is, I want to say it's good here what it says. The bubbles are gone and the gloves are off. Like, she is ready to kick some ass. Like, she's got a mean streak I didn't know she had. Like, holy shit.
I think this is a solid move on their part. Again, Emma 18. I actually think that's about right. But I think this is interesting because they know Emma can be a face. 100%. They're like, she could be a face in her sleep. Let's start her as a heel. Give her a chance to see what she can do as a heel. And if she can show that versatility, she could be that wild card that you just never really know. Like, how long have we been looking at Paige and you're like, sometimes Paige is a face. Sometimes Paige is a heel. But you never know what Paige is going to show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Emma, I think, can fit that role really well. And I really look forward for a time where Emma and Paige can just kind of clash.
Or team up.
Either or.
Because if you think about it, have you been watching Total Divas too? Well, if you haven't been watching Total Divas, Paige has been having a lot of, like, personal issues. Like, whether she was going to get engaged and now she didn't really want to be engaged and now she broke up with her boyfriend, now she's sad, and you can actually see it in that show too. So it's like Paige really doesn't know what she wants to do. So Emma coming up and filling that role, like actually filling the role, because Paige is kind of like, still.
I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. If Paige is looking for something to do, hey, I'm right here. I'm available.
You're going to have to fight my Irish friend to the death. And I will referee that match.
I'll bring the guns.
All right, so you heard it, Paige. Give me 30 seconds.
I still have my money on my bro because I have to keep my click tight or something. Whatever.
All right, I'm just going to school you real quick. You might want to flip-flop over the Fatal. Just to let you know. I'm just putting it out there.
We're pretty vicious.
Yeah, so
Whatever.
is he.
Emma, I have not much to say really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. The problem with Paige was I'm like not sure what she's supposed to be since the very beginning. So if they could take like a character like that, but like actually have some sort of queer identity for it, that would be good. It would be good if the women's division had like drama that actually like mattered.
Right.
Let's go.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Sturber. Stebber. Jesus Christ. Coming in at number 17, he's down 2 slots. The man that self-proclaimed Wrestlemania KO Mania. I got a question to you guys. I'm not going to make any remarks. I'm going to ask you guys a question this time. Is KO Mania, is the hangover extended for another week, or is he just running this out? Fatal.
So, this whole... I'm going to say this. Here's what I'm just going to state right off the top. All these people injured, all these people hurt, don't even care. Kevin Owens, probably one of the best talents in the WWE.
Agree.
Right now. You know, he can be good, he can be bad, he can do tons of stuff. He always shows up.
Well, I really haven't seen him do the good yet. He's kind of one of those loner badasses. I put my time in. I'm a prize fighter. Like I haven't seen him do
in
good yet.
NXT, him and Sami Zayn had a good guy run before the heel turn.
Yeah, not very long. Like it didn't last very long.
I
like,
mean, it didn't
he
last
turned it
long,
quick.
but you know,
Okay,
he can do it. I think they need to. I want to see what they do. I mean, I get they're stalling Kevin Owens right now a little bit, and the whole Shane O'Mac running Raw the last 2 weeks has stalled KO a little bit, but I think they're holding it. You know, Kevin Owens isn't getting his rematch because him and Sami Zayn are going to get a good match, and then we'll probably see KO try and invoke his rematch clause, you know, whatever, however they go about it. But it's going to be interesting because in that same moment, like, Kevin Owens can have that feud with Sami Zayn and still be the guy to get Zack Ryder over as a believable champion. If Zack Ryder beats Kevin Owens clean, granted, Kevin Owens will probably jump him after whatever, but he beats Kevin Owens clean, it'll validate Zack Ryder, you know, more so than what they've been doing with this whole The Miz is screwing him over and Maurice is getting involved kind of thing.
I would argue this. I would argue that there is somewhat of a vacuum of like legit heels that people actually like. So I actually think that Kevin Owens really should be like moved a bit up because he is like one of the few credible heels who you see come out and then it's not like, fucking Kane, retire already.
Okay. Kane. Were we talking about Kane and I didn't see it?
No,
I don't know. Anyway, coming at number 16, some newcomers to the main roster. Badasses in their own right in NXT. The one, the only. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room, you motherfucker. Enzo and Big Cass. I don't know what to say about these guys. Cocky sons of bitches that can fucking back it up. I love it. What do you think, Fatal?
Dude, their athletic ability proven time and time again.
Let me say my spiel. Damn.
Through NXT. Enzo on the microphone is golden. And I've always wanted to ask this, and I don't know if I'll ever get the opportunity. If I do, Enzo puts out, like, that whole entrance. We all know the intro. We've all heard it. If you haven't, go look it up. But it feels like a Paul Heyman intro. Now,
kinda, actually, yeah.
Like, Paul Heyman has a very distinct style that he works with guys on. And if you notice, Heyman uses it himself. And I want you to kind of think about it side by side. When Paul Heyman comes out, what does he do? My name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for, you know, whatever angle they're shooting, the Beast Incarnate or the 1 in 21 and 1, or, you know, 21 and 1. And then think about Enzo coming out. My name is Enzo Amore. Like, it's got that same feel. It feels like something that Heyman worked with them on in NXT, and they made it their own, and it's great. I love the way it works. These guys have a huge potential. They're doing work with the Dudleys, which again makes me think Heyman push. As a Heyman guy, I can't help it. Enzo and Cass, I think they should be higher on the list.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, my question to you right here, okay? You're a Heyman guy. I'm a Heyman guy. We all know that. Okay. Well, three's a company right here. But do you think Heyman might possibly in the future, once he's done with Brock Lesnar, or even before he's done with Brock Lesnar, maybe start giving little stuff to Enzo and Cass, maybe?
No need.
No need?
I don't even think, because Heyman is a great mouthpiece, right? I would put Heyman on guys who can't cut a promo to save their life. Roman Reigns.
No, Cesaro.
Cesaro could cut a promo. They don't give him a microphone enough to let him cut a promo, but Cesaro can cut a good promo, believe it or not.
He can, but he could also be that prize fighter type.
Like, let's look at the guys who just cut, like, physically they can do it, but they just cut shit promos. That's why, let's be honest, that is one of the main reasons they put Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar. You're not gonna hear a Brock Lesnar promo and be like, that was Chris Jericho The Rock style promo cutting. But when Heyman goes out there and says it, you're like, this motherfucker can talk. Ever since he was Paulie Dangerously with the ponytail and the fat brick cell phone, Heyman could talk. He had that gift. Enzo and Cass, they've got Enzo. That motherfucker can talk. Let him talk. He talks. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, Cass cuts, you know, a good promo next to him. They work. I don't think they need the mouthpiece. I would literally like to see Heyman. If Heyman had to leave Brock Lesnar, I would like to see him put on guys who can't cut promos. Like, I can't stand Ryback's promos. I think his promos are trash. Put Heyman on him, let Heyman do the talking for Ryback. You might have something there, assuming Ryback can quit stiffing moves.
Which he won't, because droids. Okay, now it's on my turn. Fatal, first of all, I completely agree. I didn't notice this before, but yes, the Paul Heyman ECW cadence, it is there in their promo. I've heard other people who've been in ECW also have that same sort of flow to their promos. Absolutely right. Other than that, like, the thing is, I don't see a need for someone like Heyman stepping in for them, because the tag division is kind of small. It's kind of a waste of your Heyman. Other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing these people entertain me, and Zone Cast, I mean. They're probably going to have a very, very entertaining series of promos with the New Day when that happens.
Well, I hope something happens, and if they're gonna do it, man, I can't wait to see them. I can't. I love watching NXT, and those are two reasons why I would love to watch NXT, is to see what he's gonna come out. I know exactly what he's gonna say. Well, what kind of pants is he gonna be wearing? What color is his hair gonna be? Like, I can't wait. It's so stupid. It's awesome.
Hey, Obi. As a matter of fact, I would put Paul Heyman with the number 15 on the power rankings. The very next guy that you're going to mention, I'd put Heyman with him.
Do it.
Yeah. On the next power rankings, at number 15, by the by, Apollo Crews, another NXTer, come out. I don't know the backstory to him. I'm sure if Fatal doesn't, he will tell you. But from what I've seen of Apollo Crews coming into NXT, he's still, I don't know, he's just, there's something about him. He's still not, I don't want to say stiff, but for the moves he does, it's really, really, like, he's got to get it smoother. You know what I mean? To where they're like, it's just like the moves are clunky.
Yeah, he's not fluid. He's not a fluid wrestler.
As soon as he gets that fluid wrestling down and that Ryback out of him, sorry. As soon as he gets that Ryback out of him, this dude's gonna do some good things, because he's big, he's strong, and even tagging with somebody or in a group, I don't know. I just don't know I don't see where he fits in on a singles.
So I'm gonna say this, and to me, it's
or him and Ryback join forces and.
Oh God, no!
Yes,
don't
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes, guy. Come on, everybody with me listening. Yes, yes. Why not?
Everybody who's got every fan that follows what? You know?
Come on.
No, dude. Because here's the thing. Apollo Crews, you know who Apollo Crews absolutely reminds me of? And if he gets a little more, even better. If he gets more fluid and they utilize him right, he could be everything Shelton Benjamin was supposed to be.
Ooh,
All right.
yeah.
100%.
I'm sorry, but Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley are to me the same person.
No way. Dude, go back and watch
I
the
should.
Shawn Michaels Superman kick to Shelton Benjamin and see how well Shelton Benjamin sells it. He springboards off the top rope. All right, from outside, ring apron outside, springboards from the top rope, catches the Shawn Michaels super kick and sells it so perfectly because Shelton Benjamin 100% was a pure athlete. Apollo Crews is in the same realm. He's more muscular, so he's kind of built more in the WWE image, if you will.
Mhm.
You know, Vince loves him a fucking meat locker of a person.
But he's got him.
Yeah, but he's got so much athletic ability that if he got a mouthpiece that could talk for him so he could just focus on, you know, getting a little more fluid in his moves, he could easily surpass and reach what everyone kind of hoped Shelton Benjamin would. You know, with that, he does not coming in with the Charlie Haas partner or any of that. He gets to stand on his own, pure athletic ability.
Mhm.
As long as we don't see him pull a Brock Lesnar moonsault at Mania,
It won't happen because it's banned anyway.
I'm just saying there's tons of potential for Apollo Crews. I'm really interested to see what
He does
this
a
kid's
standing
gonna do.
moonsault. That's impressive enough for me.
I'm interested to see what this kid's gonna do.
I
about
would
you,
be
Fort?
happy to see a battle of the Hosses between him and Ryback. Tag team, no. Match for one time, yes.
I can just see the big guys.
Oh man, no. I just
yeah.
like a good old battle of the Hosses.
You hear that, WWE, WWE Universe? The big guys.
What?
Well,
I
your
worry
mic just
about
went
that
crazy.
match so bad. Like I worry that Ryback would injure Crews before he has a chance to really reach his
And
potential.
then in the twist of irony, Ryback just rips his
Yeah,
kid off
you
by
gotta remember,
accident.
man. Ryback's the king of
Steroids.
flops, man. So like,
No, Sin Cara is the king of flops, but Ryback's trying
Ryback's
to take
pretty
a
fucking-
running start at it.
Ryback's
Now,
pretty
Ryback
fucking
is
close.
the undisputed champion of steroids, mind you.
Yeah. We don't get into that. Coming in at number 14, guys, their first appearance on the power rankings, which is I still don't understand the team. I just still don't think it's gonna work. The Vaudevillains. You guys been watching NXT?
I know who these guys are. These are the weird, like, sort of time traveler retro guys who are like the old vaudeville fucking,
Yeah.
old timey piano music motherfucker. It's too gimmicky for me. It's just like, yeah, that's a neat intro. Fucked if I want to watch you people wrestle every week.
So here's the thing. I think that it's impressive what these guys are doing with the crappy shtick they've been handed.
True.
You know, Adam Rose got the Rosebuds, and he
They
never
just made him fucking Russell Brand, who kind of sucks already.
right, but they you know, he never really got to take off with this crappy angle. These guys, they handed him, let's be honest, they handed him kind of a shit angle.
It's very
But-
new gen.
They're still running with it. That, you know, as hokey as it is and as cheesy as it is, they're still running with it. I'm willing to look past the shtick because of their wrestling capability. I like some of their double team maneuvers. I like a lot of the things that they can do in the ring. And I think when the WWE finally lets them get past the vaudevillain shtick and get to something a little more purely them, maybe they get to express themselves a little more or come with a new. I almost see them as Husky Harris.
Mm-hmm.
You
As
know,
in, it's the cocoon, yes.
they're screwed. Let them go, reinvent themselves, and come back, and the fans will eat it up. You know,
Yeah, and even then, like, this whole gimmick, it's less obnoxious than the Ascension. When the Ascension comes out, I'm literally like, "Go fuck yourselves."
Right.
Whereas
Well,
this is like Cardi, but it's like unoffensive to me.
mhm.
These guys are clearly talented. I wish them the best, but I also wish that they just get like a repackaging where just like at least let go of the straps a little so that they can like fold out kind of like the New Day did. Because the New Day, it started out as a shit gimmick, and now it's like the hottest act in the fucking Fed.
Right,
dude,
right.
It
Well,
took like 2 years.
it did. The one thing that I want to say about Vaudevillains before we move on is I like what Fatal said. I honestly and truly think that they actually took their roles like perfectly.
Yes, they did take
Like
him seriously. Yeah.
Simon Gotch, the guy with the blue one piece, one strap, whatever it is. He actually, if you were to look at one of those pictures from the old, he actually looks like that guy. You
This
know,
is true. They do look
the other
very
guy, I don't
authentic.
remember his name. I swear to God, I forgot. Sorry.
Michael Dempsey.
But the guy in front, he actually looks like that. He has the physique of that old muscle man back in the old, what is it, 40s, 50s?
And I
Even
mean,
older than that, it's like
they're
third
dedicated.
of the century.
Yeah, I
They're
mean
dedicated.
it's they actually look like they're parts, and like what Fatal said, their wrestling ability is just really really good and good enough to when they do reinvent themselves and they do go back, and even if this doesn't work, I mean this might take off and they might go crazy. You never know.
Oh no! If you added depth to this gimmick, it
Hmm.
could really work. Like I actually do find the idea of like these sort of retro, like not necessarily even villains, but like these type of characters, if they were taken seriously and expanded,
Hmm.
it could be cool. It really
Right.
could.
Now this is pretty exciting to me, these power rankings, because in the first 7 power rankings we've had 3 females. That's the third female at number 13, up from last week, Natalia. You
Ah,
think she's
Natty.
she? You think she's still in? Should she still be in the hunt for that woman's title?
She should.
Well, she is. I'm just saying. What do you think?
I mean,
Or do
100%.
Uh-huh.
Natty is. I'm not even the biggest fan of the women's division, but Natty is someone I've always like really respected. Like, even when it was just like these like self-entitled strippers like the Bellas who can't wrestle for shit, and then there's Natty. I'm like,
Right.
they push you in the fucking corner. You know you're the best. What is this bullshit? And yeah, I totally have Trevor back. Go Natty.
Right. Fatal. We gotta hurry because we're only on 13 and we've been talking a while.
So Natty, I like seeing her in the power rankings. She's a Hart legacy. I mean, there's never a bad time for Natty. Now I can't lie. I don't mind if they give her the title, with it being the women's title. I think she'd embody that really well, same as Charlotte does. But I can't lie, I do kind of want to see Sasha still get a push. So that's just, I'm gonna leave that there, food for thought. But yeah, no, I don't. I've
Yeah.
got nothing against Natty. Nothing.
Okay, coming in at number 12, he dropped quite a bit from last week. Kalisto. Fatal.
Ugh. I just, I don't know. I feel like they're stalling his push really bad, and I'm hoping this isn't going to be a growing trend. I'm hoping they're not about to just take the title off him and throw him into obscurity. But only time's really going to tell with this one.
Fort.
Booyaka Booyaka 619 Muy Dinero. I really, really think that they should just go with it and make another like little cash cow for the kids, like Ron Mastrio was, Rey Mysterio, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. So like, I genuinely like the guy. I hope he does well, but at the same time, with how size focused the WWE is, plus how they're afraid of all the injuries or whatever,
Mhm.
if they de-push him, like I'll be like, yeah, it's a shame, but at the same time, it's not the most illogical thing.
Right.
If they de-push him and I was him, I'd give them the finger and go to Lucha Underground. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she really should. Yeah,
He has options, so like they
absolutely.
either need to push him or risk losing him.
Yeah.
True. Coming in at number 11, Fatal's favorite guy,
Oh yeah.
Bray Wyatt. Now, here, and this is what I want you guys to comment on. teaming up with Roman Reigns, did it search him up the rankings? Because he was at, like, he wasn't even on it last week.
So, I think kind of, like, we've wanted to see some kind of face-esque Bray Wyatt. Let's be honest, he's the anti-hero. That you could boo him, but it's not going to stop you from pulling out your cell phone when that music hits.
Mm-hmm.
You love to hate him, and you hate how much you love him. Like, he is the reason I mentioned, the reinvention of himself into something that the fans just adore. Even when he's a heel, even when he's getting heat, even when he is being the evilest man he can be, the whole crowd is singing he's got the whole world in his hands. Along with him, it's crazy, and they're still pushing this kind of 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse thing, even though, like, right now Luke Harper's on injury, we all know.
Rowan's not very good, and then
no, Rowan is good. Rowan, I think, doesn't get enough credit. Strowman's kind of no-selly.
He is what Vince loves. He's like, he's huge.
That guy's the freaking. Like, if you look up no-sell in a wrestling dictionary, there's a picture of Braun Strowman with a sub-picture of Braun Strowman, and both of them are no-selling each other. All right?
It's like nerd.
That's exactly what it is. Like, it's
Fucking
terrible.
What this book?
Rowan can sell moves. Rowan can progress. Dude, there were times where the Usos versus the Harper and Rowan were match of the night, and they were the first match on the card.
It's true. I watched that whole block of the WWE. It was usually the most enjoyable thing in that time period. I was still like, Luke Harper's the fucking best, or whatever.
But now that Harper's injured, Rowan's got to work with what he can, and I don't know. I'm just happy to see Bray there. I think teaming with Roman definitely surged him up. If Bray can avoid the curse of injuries that's kind of been going around the WWE, I think he can continue to climb. And I really, really like this Wyatt family kind of League of Nations feud that's building, because the League of Nations cemented a deeper heel turn off the New Day as the New Day secured a face turn. This is a potential for that anti-hero to maybe start becoming a face turn against the League of Nations right around time for maybe SummerSlam Survivor Series kind of stuff. So I'm hype. I'm hoping that they'll go in an interesting direction with it.
Okay, now I'm gonna go about my little thing about Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, fucking awesome. I would like to use a little comic book analogy. You know how Doctor Doom is usually a bad guy, but he's like a bad guy who wants the Earth. So when there's a bigger evil, like a bigger threat, Doctor Doom, in the critical point, he's one of the villains who will go up to the fucking mat and he'll go, well, clearly you need someone competent to protect you, Earthlings.
Are we derailing here?
That's basically like how I would see like a Bray Wyatt face turn. You need a bigger evil than him, so that it was just like he has to protect.
Can't eat the world if the world don't exist.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 10. Old Fortin's favorite, Cesaro.
Yes.
Ford, start it out, man. Comebacks lead to payback for an intercontinental title match.
Oh God, yes.
What do you think?
I'm just praying that my boy, this man, this perfection, this very relatable European, for I also speak many languages and I'm totally foreign. So, this guy, I want him to win, I want him to be the best, I want him to have the world title. At the same time, the WWE has a bad history with its European talent. They usually get shafted one way or another. So I'm just hoping for the best, but I'm completely ready for the worst.
Fatal?
I can definitely see that. With Wade Barrett leaving here, the end of June. Wade Barrett's leaving, which is why you got the oust from the League of Nations. I was really hoping that they were going to do some kind of push where the League of Nations are like, you're the Swiss Superman. You should join us. And Cesaro just kind of kicks the crap out of all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes, that would be
it would
so
be
awesome.
such a huge push without having to necessarily put the title on him. Because we don't want to see, Zack Ryder or even The Miz versus a Cesaro. We want to see Cesaro against bigger names. He kind of got cut down and injured in the middle of a push. I would like them to pick that push up and keep it going. League of Nations is like, hey, we got rid of this weak link and now we want to add a Superman. And he's just like, I don't need you. I've never needed you. And just big swing like Rusev into Sheamus and into freaking, just Del Rio, just hitting him with Sheamus as he swings him.
Right.
I want that to be a
so
thing,
good. It's
right.
So good.
So much potential. But we're going to have to see how they play it out. Because you're right, European talent doesn't necessarily get the push.
Cesaro killing Sheamus and ADR with his skills, that's my fanfic. That's what I could think about before I go to sleep. That's what I want. They're not going to give it to me, but I want it.
Right. Coming in at number 9, this is one of my favorites. But Fatal's pick for last at WrestleMania to come in and win the fucking Andre the Giant Battle Memorial.
Oh yeah.
Baron Corbin. Lone Wolf climbs into his first official win on SmackDown. He beat the hell out of on SmackDown. It was great. I just watched it here a couple hours ago on my phone.
Dude, Baron Corbin, that's my dog. All right there. Automatic points all day, every day. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, like a boss WrestleMania moment, coming through huge. Tons of potential. Hoping to see more of. I'm seeing a lot of these NXT talents pushing up.
Mm-hmm.
But now we got to see the WWE utilize. That's the key. Utilizing this talent.
Right. Ford, how about you?
Well, he kind of is what Vince loves. Fucking mountain rides. Hoss. I would be completely interested in seeing this guy just bump heads with Ryback, and if he dies, he dies.
Now, real quick, I just want to say this. I got a riddle for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Riddle me.
What's the difference between Baron Corbin and John Cena?
I don't know, but you're going to tell me.
Working shoulders?
Baron Corbin actually wrestled after he appeared in WrestleMania.
Oh,
that's right, I went there.
Wow.
And he did it with more than 5 moves, too.
Wow. Anyway, coming in at number 8, guys, the man that has come back and had a great, awesome, legendary, put his life on the line WrestleMania match with The Undertaker. Been running Raw for 2 weeks straight here. Had 2 badass shows. Now, you guys know who this is. Shane McMahon. Shane O'Mac. Now, my question to you guys is, can he keep this going? Do you think Vince will allow it to keep going? And what will Stephanie and Triple H do when they get back? There's the question.
Bullshit.
Fatal,
They'll
go.
do bullshit.
So, first off, before we just skip over this, I'm happy that Shane's back. I was happy when Shane came back. It was awesome. The jump off the top of the Hell in a Cell, amazing. The fact that him versus The Undertaker at Mania meant absolutely fucking nothing, kind of annoying. Kind of annoying.
My dreams.
But yeah, I think they're going to have to let Shane run it for a little bit more. We're going to have to see Shane kind of... Because Shane hasn't given up on the whole anti-authority thing, as we've all seen. He's been promoting these kind of up and coming. He's supposed to be the main reason for us seeing so many NXT talents coming out and stuff like that. When Triple H comes back, I definitely see this being a prodigal son versus son-in-law match. I think we could see Triple H and Shane O'Mac kind of let Shane get one more big, match out of this. Maybe
it's maybe where he wins and actually takes control.
I don't think they're going to. As crazy as that sounds, I don't think they're going to let Shane get over. Like, Shane could maybe proxy someone, maybe be like, hey, I'm bringing all these guys up from NXT. Why don't I get one to fight for me? Maybe have like a Baron Corbin come out and just kind of square up Triple H a little bit, something like that.
What if he hires the Bullet Club as his mercenaries?
Something. But I don't see Triple H being able to really. I can't see Shane stick around, honestly.
Right.
He kind of came in to fill in for injuries, but I don't see him sticking, unfortunately. I want to see him for about another few weeks, but then I'm probably done.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Fort, how about you?
That's horrible. No. I mean, I was super hyped about Shane until Mania, and that match meant nothing, and then he's apparently running things even though he lost. I don't know what to think anymore, because, Shane O'Mac coming back for a while, that was like one of our biggest spark dreams, like, Shane O'Mac, he's like Donald Trump, he's gonna come back, he's gonna make wrestling great again. And then it happens, and it just falls apart like a big shitty wedding cake, and it's like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. Like, I hope for the best, expect the worst again.
I honestly think, and then we'll get to the next one here after this. I honestly think that Shane doing it, yes, the WrestleMania match versus Undertaker, was basically obsolete. But because of that match, and I guess you could say Vince kind of came out and spoke on it, and this is why it kind of, he realized what this means to Shane, and actually, he put his life on the line, because he did. I'm not gonna say he didn't. Mick Foley's like he is now because of that. It kind of like, he wanted to feel like, it shook me up, so I'm just gonna give him a chance anyway, because he really wants to be in this business. That kind of, that's what he's pushing towards the people.
Yes, but I would like to point this out. Kurt Angle almost broke his neck suplexing him through that glass pane. So this is not the first time Vince has seen Shane O'Mac put his life on the line in even worse ways, mind you.
Yeah,
but I know. They ignored the continuity. Plus, it's like 10 years later, more. But still, it's like it's kind of a weak, explanation.
We got about 60 minutes for this rest of this going on here. Coming in at number 7, he's up from last week. He was humiliated on Raw, a solid rebound on SmackDown. Chris Jericho. When is he going to leave?
Jericho. Grandpa.
Fort, what about you? What do you think?
I like Jericho in general, but I don't really care about what he does outside of having good matches, because he's like part-time. He's around for a bit, then he's going to go play some music with Fozzy and podcast. Like, I'm happy to see him, but at the same time, don't put any big stakes in any storylines involving him.
Well, that's what I was kind of asking, is when is he leaving? Because, it's about time for him. He's kind of like The Rock. I hate to put him in the same category, but he's kind of like The Rock, man. He's here for a little while. He's here for a little while, and he's gone. I
think that just has to do more with age, really.
Rock's supposed to be not making any more movies now, so he might be coming back for a little bit more.
Yeah, but he's very expensive to insure. Jericho doesn't have that problem. He's just old and he wants to play his music.
Yeah. Fatal, what do you think?
Honestly, I just thought I think Jericho should have been lower on the list.
Yeah,
he's not impactful. He's not doing much. He's not really pushing anything. Yeah, he ran into Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw, and okay, that was the thing. Does Ambrose really need the push? Ambrose had
Not
a
really.
street fight with Lesnar at Mania,
Exactly.
and now he's just pushing buttons with Chris Jericho on Raw. Like, nah, I think it's about time Jericho. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Jericho fan. I'm a Jerichoholic. You know,
I
I
agree.
do put him in the same category as The Rock. Easily some of the best promos cut in the 90s.
Early 2000 also.
But I think it's time they let Jericho go back, do their thing with Fozzy. He did his part, just like Shane O'Mac. He did his part. He filled in for injuries. He gave a push. He gave a great match with AJ Styles. He gave Styles a Mania moment. Fuck it, you know, let him go do his music. Let him kind of kick back, do what he wants. But I don't see him wrestling more than maybe another month.
Yeah.
Before
In
he
closing,
goes
I
to
wanted
do
to
something.
say that Jericho, I don't mean this as an insult, but he is the top grade premium enhancement talent at this point in his life. He is there to make other people look good.
Yep.
Or he should be, at least.
He's pushing them over better than the Dudleys.
Coming in at number 6, I know we all don't like him. The Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
I like him.
Oh, I don't.
I hate that sumbitch. He's overworked. He needs a new gimmick.
I don't think he's a great wrestler, but I think like as a non-screen talent, as an interviewer, he's perfectly adequate. Like I don't hate the guy. I think he's all right.
Yeah.
He's not, I agree that he doesn't need to be anywhere near the top, but he's okay. He has a place.
I'm just going to say this. You know what I think the best thing that I've seen The Miz do in the last 6 months is?
What?
And it didn't even involve wrestling. It was when he lost his Intercontinental title that he kept on his wall to Xavier Woods on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Oh, yeah.
In the Street Fighter competition. Honestly, his promos I don't feel that his microphone skills have changed in 5 years. He's just as bad now as he was then. Like, when my hand goes up, your mouths go closed. Like, it's not even a good heel shtick. Like, he basically took a step backwards. He came out, he did Tough Enough, he was a wrestler, and now he's back to being some Hollywood real-world jagoff. And, like, don't get me wrong, as a real person, I'm sure The Miz is a fucking amazing guy. And I just... his wrestling talent's okay, but man, I feel like his personality's just... it's killing me. It's killing me.
I like the guy better than you guys do, but I will be the first person to say that he doesn't need to be anywhere near the top of this power ranking. Like he needs to be lower than Jericho.
Yeah, I think he needs to be in the teens. Coming in at number 5, staying in at 5, the women's champion, Charlotte. Fatal, what do you think?
Yeah.
Pretty much where, yeah, like that's the first one I can be like, yeah, that's pretty much where she goes. She had a good match, a great Dr. Phil segment. All right,
Yeah.
look, usually I'm not for the super comical, you know, outside guests, they're just getting them camera. No, that shit was good.
No, I agree. That like we all grow like, oh, this fucking guy, but no, it was actually fine. It was okay. It was decent.
Yeah, that moment you realize
also,
Dr. Phil cuts a better promo than The Miz.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, that was funny,
for
dude.
my segment, I'm going to say real quick. I think we've already said everything we can about Charlotte. You know, like it will be interesting what she does in the future, but now it's just like just the same course it was before. But I don't mind. She's okay.
I think when she takes a fucking face turn, the arena's gonna explode. Like, you know it's eventually gonna happen. She's gonna turn on Flair, turn on the cheating waste, and the whole stadium is just gonna erupt. It's good. They're building it really well, and I think it's gonna be such a huge pop.
All right, everybody's coming in at number 4. Everybody's favorite lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. Fatal, what are you thinking?
Dude, all right, so I've just got one thing to say. He interrupted Jericho. He took it over. He made it the Ambrose Asylum. I want this to be a staple. I want this to be how Jericho goes out. Jericho versus Ambrose. Ambrose retires Jericho out for whatever. You know, Jericho, like I said, disappeared in about a month. So let Ambrose put Jericho away and let it be kind of a passing of the torch. I would love to see an Ambrose Asylum. I would love for an Ambrose Asylum to be like a new modern day Piper's Pit. And Dean Ambrose, I absolutely think, is the guy who could pull that off, hands down.
I actually disagree. I don't really see the point of Dean Ambrose, this weird, like, sort of, at least he was supposed to be, like, sort of antisocial, like, lunatic. That he's the guy who sits down and has, like, wacky interviews with people.
That's why it's Piper's Pit, because...
Yeah, go back and watch Piper's Pit in, like, the late 80s, early 90s. The fire extinguisher, the fucking coconut cracked on the fucking skull.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really like Roddy Piper's promos. They're annoying. It's real heat. For your sake, yes, it's real heat, but I never enjoyed them.
Oh, dude, Piper was the perfect heel of his time.
I absolutely agree that he is one of the best heels ever, but that was back when, like, you really needed people to hate you. Whereas now we live in this weird, like, popularity social media era where you can't be absolutely hated because then people just don't want to see you on their screen, and there's no justification because kayfabe is dead. No, I'm right.
I mean, I debate it. Like, I'm being a Heyman guy for a long time in classic ECW. I think there are some guys who could pull over that. And here's the thing: Ambrose isn't doing it from a position of heel; he's doing it from a position of a face. So, like, imagine remember the spot he cut with Seth Rollins when he stole Money in the Bank, and the case explodes and it slimes him in the face.
Yeah. That was stupid. I don't like that. It's too clownish.
Right, but that's the thing. That's kind of Ambrose's thing. I mean, coming out with a wagon and collecting weapons and doing,
it's a bit too close to R-Truth, though. And
no, absolutely not. Completely
if it goes
disagree.
Down the toilet, it will look like the stupid shit that R-Truth does.
Completely disagree.
Fine.
I think Ambrose is perfect to pull off a Piper's Pit recreation in a modern day. And I would love to see them give him the chance.
Yeah, I can't knock it until I see it. It might be fine, I might be wrong. But other than that, like, Lunatic Fringe, still a fan. Hope he succeeds. Fuck Roman. Yeah.
Coming in at number 3, guys. Actually staying in at number 3. Everybody's favorite musical unicorns, The New Day. Oh, louder down there. Don't be sour. Clap for your 2-time champs.
And feel the
power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I don't think there's much to say about them, though.
Bootios.
They're still great, but there's not much of a change.
I still can't find any bootios, man. I'm looking.
But the thing about, like, I know they technically turned face, but at the same time, they were kind of already face. It wasn't official.
I really like these guys. They've earned everything that they kind of have right now.
Absolutely.
They were given this weak gimmick. It really, they were each in kind of just a crappy spot. And then they got the New Day thing, and it was kind of weak for a while. And then they said, you know what, fine, put your own style on it. Let's see what you can do with it. Let's see if you're better than creative. And they said, okay, we got this. And poof, they took off like a fucking shooting star. I don't see them coming down anytime soon. They're doing great ring work, great outside the ring promotional work. I mean, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E As far as up, up, down, down goes, Austin Creed, Mr. 24/7, and of course Big Wool, they're doing everything right to keep fans brought in, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Face Turn was perfect for them. The merchandising is out the ass. I don't see any way the company cannot just be ecstatic with what they're doing. New Day, 100%. I'm surprised they're not higher on the list.
Right. All right, so these last two guys got to be really quick because we want to talk about the club. That coming in at number 2, up from last week, AJ Styles. Fatal.
I'm happy to see him there. Of course, AJ Styles, like, they're never going to let him talk about TNA, but we all know TNA. He had a long run. He did amazing things in that company. Do I think they're going to give him the title right now? No. Do I think there's potential to make an AJ Styles Bullet Club storyline here? Fuck yeah. They can push each other to superstardom. You can play off their indie fact. You can bring over some stuff from New Japan. There's a lot of potential here. And who knows? Maybe Bullet Club fights AJ Styles for a while. Maybe it all becomes one unified little Bullet Club again, just in time for them to start jumping Roman and Dean or whatever, and all of a sudden here comes Seth. Maybe we see a Shield reunite, lots of factions. Interesting time to be alive. AJ Styles at number 2. I might put him a little bit lower because it's been kind of rough, but he's the indie, not the indie darling, but kind of the indie darling. I'm glad, AJ Styles. Let's go.
He is the man who will fill in the hole left by Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. He is the internet's man. He's the one we believe in. He's the one we want, and regardless of what the WWE wants to do with him. I want this man to, at some point, it doesn't have to be now, I don't believe it's going to be now, but I want this man to hold the world title. I want him to be legit. I want him to matter.
It's possible. It's possible. Anything can happen.
It is a fucking injustice that they don't.
Right. Last but not least, guys, coming in at number 1, stayed there. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Fuck off the edge of my dick.
Okay, that was well said. Fatal?
All right. So I've been thinking a lot about the Roman Reigns thing. And there's two things I want to put in. One, I don't think Roman Reigns deserves to be at number 1.
Oh yeah.
He should be a little lower on the list unless they let Roman make a heel turn. If Roman was a heel, fuck yeah, keep him at number 1. Let him just be the best. The crowd's already booing him. Let him get a little cocky and just, let him get a little heelish. Not like join the authority heelish. Let him still kind of, but give him let him put a little more heat on himself. Other than that, I mean, Roman's in a tough spot. I'm just going to say this. Fans hate that Roman Reigns is where he's at. 100%. But I can't blame Roman Reigns. As fucked up as that's going to sound. Vince put the strap on him. Vince let him run with it, which means he's got faith in him. But you know what? Roman can't just be like, don't give me the title. I'm not going to run with it. Dude, I don't care who you are. If you were walking down the street getting a bagel and Vince McMahon said, I'm going to put the title on you. I'm going to put you in front of 6 million people. Would you really be the jackoff who's like, no, I'm not going to take the title. I don't want to help push the company. I don't want to showcase what I could do. You're going to pick that title up and run, even if you don't even know how to take a bump. So yeah, Roman, the fans hate him, but honestly, he's in the position. He's Batman. He's fucking Batman. He's not the champion that we want, but right now he's kind of the champion we need with all the injured talent, unfortunately. But, time will tell. That's all I can say.
Fort?
No, the thing is, I've been saying this since the beginning of the hate that it's not so much Roman's fault. I don't think he's the best. Like, I don't think he's an underappreciated talent, but at the same time, people hate the creative behind him, and sadly, the creative wears his face. So when people throw vegetables at him, his face is what gets hit, so that they can tarnish the creative. As for the heel turn, yes, that's what actually people want. I think Roman Reigns can be over. I just think it's not this Roman Reigns. Like people want something like Brock. People want a beast. Roman looks like a beast. He looks like a killer. If he was a serious fucking Goldberg ass fucking destruction machine, he would be over. He could turn face just by being a weapon of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, yes, I think if they tossed away the face thing, they made him this like serious, no nonsense, stone cold ass heel. He could be over. I think at this point he's too ruined to ever
Okay.
be my favorite, but he is good. He could be good. I agree with you.
Okay. Cool. That just threw me off guard. That's it for the Power Rankings, guys. Power Rankings 2.0. Now we're gonna get to something that I know Fatal really wants to talk about, and I gotta give him some time to do it. So, Fatal, your main event, sir.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally seen it. We've heard the rumors for months, and if you follow New Japan, you knew it with a second you saw him. Bullet Club. Luke Gallows making a triumphant return. First time we've seen him in the WWE since the Straight Edge Society, but no, this time he is coming back and he is Bullet Club. It is going to be huge. It's going to be a very interesting time. There was a lot of rumor that this is part of a slightly later acquisition after AJ Styles, and we've been dying for it. We've wanted to see the Bullet Club. We've seen the Balor Club shirts and stuff kind of going around, and
Well,
fans have been.
Balor was in the Bullet Club at one
He
point.
was Bullet Club also in New Japan. Balor
Wasn't he a
was,
founding member?
Yes.
Balor, Gallows. Why can't I remember Gallows' partner's
Omega?
name right
Kenny
now?
Omega?
Uh, Omega, and of course Styles was in Bullet Club for a little while. Bullet Club's kind of like Horseman NWO for New Japan. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't followed that, please go look up some of that stuff. Look up the Bullet Club in New Japan Pro. It's huge. It's definitely worth checking out. Get the information. CM Punk pushed for Gallows for the longest time, and WWE wouldn't do nothing about it. They always kind of wrote him off. They're like, he won't amount to nothing. He won't do anything. He went to New Japan, Bullet Club hit, and they couldn't get him back quick enough. It's so massive, and there's so much potential between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. I can't wait to see what they do. They've got Bullet Club now. They need to let Bullet Club be Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think?
I'm right now with as many talented men and women that are actually coming from New Japan, coming from Mexico, because there's a couple more that came from Mexico, or South, that they're just flooding in, man. I mean, you look at all the NXT, the arenas and everything like that, to where they get ready and stuff. The Bullet Club is not. I mean, Bullet Club's the topic right now, but they're just, three or four of many that are coming into this and making basically essentially a new WWE, if you guys think about it. Yes, Bullet Club is, I've done my own research on these guys. ever since Fatal said him the first time, I've started looking him up, started watching videos on him, and just seeing how ruthless. I mean, you guys want to see some ruthless wrestling? Watch these guys. If you can find any VODs of New Japan stuff, whew.
By the way, it was Anderson. Anderson's who I was trying to think of.
It's not pretty. Let's just say, okay.
Not Omega, Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay. So here's something I realized when Obi was talking. And the thing is, with the influx of new talent right now, I have two concerns about doing Bullet Club right now. And one is the amount of new people, and also because Shane came in and all this stuff. We kind of don't know what the WWE is going to look like in the next few months yet. So, and also because the wrestlers who debuted with a lot of hype, they kind of flop around a bit, which is very concerning. And when you have the potential of a faction like the Bullet Club, they are a game-changing jolt of lightning. It's like if the NWO came in suddenly back in the Attitude Era. They could be that level of just explosion, throw everything you know out, we're going to the limit. Therefore, I don't know, like maybe if they did hold off on them for a bit until something solidifies. Like they need, even if they're the bad guys, they still need something real, something legit, something big to conquer. And I currently don't really see that.
Well, you can think of that the WWE knows it's there, knows the possibilities, and can say, well, just in case we decide to push the storyline this way and it gets, we create a big faction on this side, we have the Bullet Club to rely back on, or we have some of the, I can't think of any for the life of me, I was just thinking about 6 of them, different factions that could come back onto the scene and just destroy any, uprising of any one sort,
Basically, you want wrestling civil war, which could be cool. I don't know, like it's just too early to tell.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'll mark out when it happens.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure Fatal will not let us let it die. I guarantee that.
Oh, I don't mind if he doesn't. I'm just not sure in general.
I mean, there's so many options. Like, you've got to look. Like, it's crazy to think about it, but Bullet Club has a history with almost everybody. Like, I can't think of someone who hasn't crossed the path of Bullet Club in one way or another, whether it is they wrestled with a member of Bullet Club previously, or it's just it for as much indie swell as the WWE has right now, I don't think they could have chosen a better time to bring Bullet Club in. AJ coming in, they're getting Shinsuke Nakamura, they're bringing up Sami Zayn. Why not put Bullet Club in? Kevin Owens is going up. I mean, so much indie credibility. You put Bullet Club in that mix, and there's no stop. I mean, people have been wondering, how are they going to bring Balor up to the main card? Because there's been talk of Finn Balor coming up to WWE off NXT as well.
Yes, but at the same time, you have to remember that NXT is a very different beast from the main roster.
Well, hey, guys, let's switch gears real quick. Since we're talking about Finn Balor, and we'll go into, we got about 10 minutes left in the show. Let's go into Finn, and he's been champion for a while. We'll make some points here, and then we'll say something about him. He's been champion for a while. Really, everything he's gone against, he's gone Samoa Joe, some of the top talents in NXT, and kept the title. He's kept it in from overseas. I mean, what do they got to do? Like, let's theorycraft a minute. What do you guys think they're gonna do with him? And I'm gonna let Fort, you go first because you started earlier.
I think if he's gonna drop the title, he's going to fight Samoa Joe again, and Samoa Joe might actually win this time because during the Takeover special, like, yeah, he lost, but it was close. It was really close. He didn't get the full clutch. And then the question is, what is Finn Balor gonna do if he gets the full clutch? Like, he might actually lose because Samoa Joe is a legit beast and a real threat to Finn Balor.
Fatal, you have any theory crafts on how they could possibly
all right, so
tag team match, who he's gonna fight, maybe how he's gonna come up to the main roster?
10 minutes to the buzzer. Time for me to throw out the crazy conspiracy theory storyline I would love to see.
You like that segue, didn't you?
I do. It's the time that I throw out that conspiracy theory I would love to see versus what they probably won't do. So if it were me, I would set up Balor versus Joe again. However, the title isn't going to change hands. As a matter of fact, both men are going to have issues. Balor is going to be sitting there. They're in their match. It's going really well. You know, we've seen the back and forth, and both men can barely get up to answer the 10. All of a sudden, looks like Finn Balor's going to go in. Bullet Club. Bullet Club hits one side of the ring, and Balor turns around. Looks at him. Bam, Joe hits him. Joe's about to go for the pin. Hopping over the railing comes Bobby Roode, looking dead at Joe. Joe turns around. Next thing you know, Bullet Club and Roode are hitting the fucking ring. Bullet Club's beating the crap out of Balor. Roode's beating the crap out of Joe. No one wins the title, but Balor doesn't care about the title anymore. Balor wants Bullet Club. So Balor moves up to the main roster, possibly to team with AJ Styles to go after Bullet Club. Two people exiled from Bullet Club versus Bullet Club.
Now, since we have a few minutes here, and you're a fountain of wrestling knowledge, we're going to give everybody a little treat here instead of talking our little bullshit that we talk at the end. Let's hear the backstory of Bullet Club. Just a little piece. You got about 5 minutes, Fatal. How's that?
Not enough time.
It's a little piece of backstory. You guys will hear more next show.
Oh, man.
You guys will hear more next show. Get a 5-minute backstory of kind of, give us the main reason why Finn Balor and AJ were kicked out, exiled, kind of, just a little rundown.
Well, okay, so Bullet Club being a thing in New Japan, everyone knew AJ was coming over to WWE. The contracts had gone down. Bullet Club had to do something. So, of course, to get AJ out of it all, Bullet Club betrays AJ Styles, who at the time was very integral. He was basically like a leader, sub-leader. You got a little cocky. Bullet Club, bam, takes him out. Almost NWO style, Bullet Club is basically
they do have the same
Japan's NWO.
They do have the same logo on their hands,
right? I can't help it, but it's Bullet Club is so strong. Literally, I could talk for a very long time, but I highly recommend go to YouTube, go to any source you can, and just look up anything you can find on Bullet Club. Absorb it. I don't know if there's a history of Bullet Club video on YouTube, but I imagine there's got to be something to the effect. Watch it. It's going to be amazing. It's just, it is one of those factions that should be named in the same breath as the NWO or DX or you know, the Four Horsemen, I would put Bullet Club in that, and they're still relatively new guys. They are the Four Horsemen of the indie scene.
Okay, so this is my challenge to you at some point. I know you're about dead, both of you are. But at some point within the next couple months, as Bullet Club's starting to materialize and possibly show up in the WWE, I will do my research. You touch up on your little brain knowledge that you got going on over there, and we're gonna actually probably let's do a show about Bullet Club.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I can fill a show with Bullet Club.
So you guys will be looking forward to that. It may be a bonus episode. It may be, I don't know, me and Fatal just might record it and put it on YouTube. You never know. So,
NSFW talks bull at club.
Nice. Guys, I final thoughts. I just freaking no, not final thoughts yet. Wait. Guys, we want to make sure that we give the Wrestlemania the points that you guys know that me and myself and Fatal do. Some of the things got mixed up with like we didn't answer some of the questions. So as best as I could do, Fatal's still up 72-71. He's still by 1 point still. That Wrestlemania Royal Rumble really, or that Andre the Giant Battle Royal really saved your ass.
Dude, I'm 100% for Battle Royals right now. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to let you choose next time, too. So I'm going to pick the same person. Safe. I could never lose if I picked the same person as him.
Dude,
right?
I'm going to pick some bullshit, too. You're going to be like, so who do you got to win the 2017 Royal Rumble? I'm going to be like, Byron Saxton. And you're going to be like, yeah, Byron Saxton. Wait, what? What did you? No.
And he does, and he wins it or some shit. Watch. But those are the points, guys. So again, at the end of the year, what we're doing is we're gonna one of whoever wins the points, the other one's gonna get a $10 gift card of some sort, whether on Xbox or whatever. So
and of course, bragging rights.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Bragging rights are.
A cardboard title. Pass it around.
Come on. This is not What Culture, no.
Okay.
But if it was What Culture, Pachiti Club for life.
We'll have some more news on things like that because in the future, guys, Fatal and myself will be able to actually do live camera shows here in the future. Not going to give you any more information than that, but stay tuned for that. So you got to come back and listen because you got to hear about that. So, guys, final thoughts on tonight's show? Fatal?
Almost 6 a.m.
I think it went well. I stayed awake. I stumbled in the beginning. I turned it around a little bit towards the end. I'm probably going to pass out after this, but it was great to have all you guys hanging out, chilling. Fort, thanks for coming on and helping kind of carry this through. I know that was a little rough for you. Everybody,
okay.
You're awesome, and it is a good time to be a wrestling fan. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. At least I know I do. Obi, I'm going to let you take the rest of it from here.
Before you leave, I know you don't want to go to bed. Write your summary. Wait, Fort. What about you, sir?
I had fun, I guess. This was fine. I didn't mind coaching with you people. The power rankings were fun. I look forward to doing them again.
Good.
Other than that, not much. Thanks for tuning in and spending your valuable time on us.
And thank you for showing up, man. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. Guys, again, excuse me. If you guys have any thoughts on anything that we said on this show tonight, you guys can voicemail us or send us a text message via 646-801-2149. That number again, one more time, 646-801-2149. Or you guys can check us out on geekyantics.net. Look up for us. Again, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you guys, we have a whole bunch of podcasts that we do on geekantics.net. You guys go look for that. Go look for geekantics.net/schedule, and you guys can see there's a whole lineup of different podcasts that we do there. Again, and you guys want to mail us, you guys can mail us, mail at geekantics.net. Again, you can send us the voicemail, 646-801-2149. This will be 1x2 with my partners, Fatal, Blades, and I can't think right now. And our special guest, Fortengard.
Cerebral shit poster.
Yeah, exactly, that guy. So we'll see you guys next week, I think. Or not next week. Next show, 2 weeks?
Sometime.
Yep.
Because,
Bye.
yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, guys. Love you long time. Peace.
So hungry.